this video, we'll see a problem on sectional orthographic projections. For that, here is the question. Figure below shows pictorial view of an object. Draw the following views. Sectional front view looking along x direction, top view and right hand side view. So this is the question in front of us. Now, before we start solving the question, first get the total length, height and width of the object. Now, for the total length, when I am looking along x direction, I'll see that length, it is 72 mm plus 12 mm means 84 mm is the total length. Then the total height from this center up to the center at the top, the height is 108, that is 108 mm. Next, here if we see at the bottom, the radius is given as 21 for this semicircle, similarly 21 at the top. Then it is 12 mm here where the semicircle is ending up to the top, 12 mm, similarly 12 below. So when I add all these values, that is 108 plus 21 plus 21, then 12 and 12, it gives me the total value of height as 174 mm. And then the total width looking along this side, it will give me as 78 mm, which we can see here, maximum width. Then after the length, height and width have been calculated, here I'll explain the spacing, that is where to draw the front view, top view and side view. So let us get started with the solution to this problem. Now in order to understand the spacing, first I'm marking the total height, which is 174 mm. Now here in this case, we have to draw the right hand side view, and by first angle method of projection, right hand side view should be drawn on left hand side. And in this question, as the method is not mentioned, I am going to use the first angle method of projection. So if the side view is drawn on left side, front view should be there on right side, and in the front the length and height are visible. So length is 84, height 174. I'll mark it onto this right side. Length is 84, height 174. Then just below the front view there will be top view, and in the top height is not visible but length and width are seen. Length 84, I'll take it from the front view. Then width is already 78, which I have taken here. So inside this box I'll be drawing the top view. And inside here there will be the front view. Then for the side view, which is right hand side view drawn towards left, selecting a point on XY line, measuring 45-degree angle. Height is already there. Width, I'll take it from the top view. So width I have taken from the top view. Now, once the spacing has been understood inside this rectangle, on right hand side, here will be the front view. In this rectangle, right hand side view, and here will be the top view. So now I can easily start with the front view. Now looking along X direction, that is the front view. First thing which is visible to me is this semicircular part. The center of it is located exactly at the center of the height. So what I'll do here is, the height is 174, so I'll take half of that, that is 87 mm. So I'll mark the half of height, that is half of 174, which is 87 mm. Then here for the semicircles, if we see into the diagram, then the dimension is given, and when I see here, from this bottom it is given up to this height, not up to the top. This much is 60 mm, which is the diameter of inner semicircle. So radius will be 30 mm. Taking the radius 30, and then from this center I'll draw a semicircle. Then the outer semicircle, after this radius 30, from this point up till here, the thickness is 12 mm, so the radius will be 30 plus 12, which is 42 mm. I'll take 12 mm from here. So that gives me the radius as 42 mm. Looking along X direction, this surface is also seen. The height is 40 mm, and for that I'll measure the height 40 from this center line, taking 20-20 on both the sides. Next, leaving 6 mm from from the left hand side, here there is 12 mm length plate or this rectangle which will be visible. Leaving 6 mm, then the length is 12 mm, measuring 12. Similarly here, getting this plate, then looking from front, in that case this rectangle will also be visible. Here its length is after this 12 mm plate, and the height, if I want to calculate for that, first I need to get the center for these semicircle and circle, 108 mm. So from the center I'll measure 54 on one side, 54 on the other side to get the center. Next, from the center up to the top, this semicircle is having radius 21. So I'll take from the center distance 21 from top, 21 from bottom center. So here is the center at the top, taking 21 mm at the top and bottom. So this will be the rectangle which is visible. Then inside this portion, there are two circles of diameter 16 having the same center. So that has to be hidden and it will be throughout. So measuring 88 mm on both the sides. Next, here I can see that the front view has been completed. I leave it as it is because here we have to draw the sectional front view. Now, looking from top as an observer, the first thing which is visible to me is this disc whose length is 12 mm and width is 60 throughout. Next, about this center line, the object is completely symmetric in the top view. So I'll take the center. So here I'm taking this center, and then the plate is having 60 mm width. So I'll measure 30-30 on both sides. Next, this plate is starting after this 6 mm gap, and that is also another plate which is behind. This 6 mm length gap will also be of 60 mm width, as can be seen here, because only this part is having a width of 78 mm, and then getting this length of 12 mm down into the top view. Next, looking from top, this block will also be seen as a rectangle. Length I'll get it from the front view, and as far as the width is concerned, it is having a width of 42 mm, as can be seen here. So length is already there with us, leaving this 12, whatever is there, that is 84 mm. Then after that, width of that portion is 42. So taking 21 on one side, 21 on the other side. I can say that this is a visible top view. So here I'll start making it dark, as we have to draw the plain top view, and then the semicircular portion also will be seen from the top, so getting its projection. and the portion of the semicircle which goes inside this block will be shown as hidden. Next, after that, there is another semicircle which won't be seen from the top, which is inside. So I'll project it and it will be hidden. Having total width 78 mm. There is a circle of diameter 16 mm which is there inside this plate throughout. So from this center, I'll measure 88 mm, that is already the diameter is there. It will be a true circle. Then this surface is also visible from the top on both the sides. So this is the complete top view. Then going for the side view, and from the side if we see here, here is the direction for the right hand side view. First thing that is visible are these surfaces. Their centers and radiuses are already there in the front view. Then it is completely symmetric about the center line. So getting the center line in the side view, projecting it from top view. So drawing that semicircle, for that just getting its center which is in the front view at this location. Getting the center projected into the side view. So now when I have marked the center line, as can be seen here, I would be drawing the side view, which is the right hand side view. And when I'm looking from right hand side, in that case, here there are these two surfaces containing the semicircle and the circle. I'm going to draw them. So after getting the center line from the top view, I have projected the center line from the front view. Similarly, there is one more center line here at the bottom which has been projected, and we have got these centers. Now, after that, getting the radius. So that semicircular part is having a width of 42 mm. I'll just project it into the side view. So this will be the center, and radius up till here. Drawing a light semicircle. Similarly at the bottom. Next, after that, the width is throughout, and then here there is a rectangle. Its height is 12 mm. As we see, the thickness is 12, which goes on continuing. So after reaching up till here, I'll take the projection for that rectangle. Then after drawing it light, after then here inside both the semicircles there are circles of diameter 16 mm. I'll get the radius from the front view. Center is already there with us. So here are the centers and the radius. I'll draw the light circle first. Then after making it light, next I can say that behind that here we have a plate, which is this plate, and similarly at the bottom, which will be visible. And here the plate is having the radius at the top as 99 mm, which can be seen here. So for that, from the center I'll measure 99 mm. Then keeping this center radius 99, I'll draw an arc. Similarly, I'll take the same 99 mm radius, marking it on other side, taking this center and the same radius of 99 mm, I'll draw an arc. So this surface will be visible. Now after reaching up till here, I'll start making it dark so that we don't have any confusion here, because we have to draw the hidden lines as well. So make the dark lines first and then go for the hidden lines. That is, the visible part should be drawn first and then go for the hidden part. So here, keeping the same center, radius 99 mm, so here if we see, so here I have taken the width 60, because if I see here for this arc, it is having width 60, this plate. So I have taken 30-30 on both sides, or either if you can project it from the top view, that is also correct. So it means some part of this arc will be light, that is, this portion is not going to be there. Similarly here this arc will not be there, and at the bottom and here. these parts of the arc are not there. It will end only up to this 60 mm width. Next, I'll start making it dark, that is starting with the semicircle and the circular part. Next, after that, here this plate is throughout means the portion of the plate which goes inside this semicircular part has to be hidden. Then here there is a part which is 40 mm in height, and as I can see here, that part will be along the width, that is throughout the width, or I can say it is having a width of 60 mm as can be seen here. So that part will also be hidden, not visible from the right hand side. So projecting that part which is in the front view at this location, this has to be hidden inside this 60 mm width plate. So this portion is hidden. Next, so here I can say that only this much will be the right hand side view. Then just projecting the center line, so this will be the right hand side view. Now I need to draw the sectional front view. For that, the object is getting cut about this line AA, which is the cutting plane line or the section line. So the object is getting cut about this line, and when it gets cut, it will look like this. Remember, this diagram won't be given in the question. This is just given as an added information so that we can understand how the sectional front view is going to look like. So when we are cutting this about the cutting line, here this plate gets cut, it will look like this. The plate and this semicircular portion, they will be onto the same plane after cutting. The hole, its depth is not given, so it means it will be throughout, and when it gets cut into equal halves, what is happening here is the portion after cutting it into two halves, the portion which is there in front of me along x direction, that will be removed, and whatever remains is here. So the depth of the hole is not given. So it is understood that hole will be throughout. So it is a through hole like this. Then the semicircular portion will get cut and it will look like this. Then after that, the plate which is there behind, that is also getting cut. Next, again, like in a similar manner where it was getting cut about this semicircle and the circle, it is getting cut about the bottom semicircle and circle as well, like this. So this will be the sectional front view. Now I am going to make it dark, first making the outlines dark and then going for the internal details. So here, step by step, I'll make it dark. Now here I'm making the outlines dark in a step by step form. Making this semicircle dark. Then after reaching up till here, I am going to shade the part inside which there should be sectioning. So here the part which I have shaded, inside this there should be sectioning which indicates that the diagram has been cut or this block has been cut. For that, I can select any point into the diagram and measure an angle of 45 degree. Now the lines are inclined at 45 degree. Those are the section lines. So these are the section lines which indicate that the object is being cut. Now these lines are medium dark lines, so I've used red color as an indication for medium dark lines. Black is the outline. Then here I'll draw the center line. Again, center line should also be medium dark. After that, once I've completed this, here I'll give the dimensions. So starting with the front view, height of this block, that is 40 mm. Then this plate is of 12 mm length. (72 mm). Then I'll give the dimension to the semicircles here. I will give it in the form of distances. Inner semicircle having diameter 60 mm. So I'm giving the dimensions in the form of the diameter. Here it is 60, and for the outer semicircle, 84 mm. Then coming to the top view, This width is 40 and the total width is 78 mm. Then coming to the side view, diameter 16 and two holes, one at the top, other at the bottom. Next, for the semicircle, radius 21 mm. Similarly, it will be there onto the other side, so no need of giving the dimension here. Then this radius is 99 mm. Similarly at the bottom, then the center to center distance is given as 108 mm. Hundred and eight. Then the width of this plate is 60 mm, which I can give it into the top view as well. This is the sectional front view. Here is the top view, and this is the right hand side view, which is drawn towards left by first angle method of projection. This is the cutting plane AA, means I am going to cut the object about this line, removing the part which is in front of me, then looking from this side and drawing it onto the other side. That will give me the front view. And once we have reached up till here, the only thing which is left is the semicircle at the behind, the bigger semicircle at behind which is there. So that will have to be made hidden. So here I am making it dotted. And with this, the problem gets completed.